ain't finna fake with you. Don't think enough for your break hate with you. Smoke bomb on my face, bitch, place with you. If it ain't about bread, I have to wait with you. Bills don't care where the money from. The only outcome, income. Big the block till it long, every sin, every crumb. Get it how you live, one on phone, by the way this took.
What up, clouds, moons, superstars?
It's Slim.
N Kuntry.
And welcome to another episode of
Coastairs.
An Ashtray.
What the fuck is up, my nigga?
I'm feeling good, man. I feel like I could kick it like FIFA.
Oh, man, I'm feeling great, dark and lovely in these streets. You heard me. You know what I'm saying? And then, y'all see the situation, man. Let's hit them with it.
Okay.
Yeah, hit it with them.
Here, go. Hit them with the quote. Hey. The limit is not the sky.
Yeah.
The limit is in the mind.
Yep. Oh man, you feel like being kind? Yeah.
Rewind like you.
I mean, you know I ain't doing sound effects. Tell DJ run it back.
Tell the DJ bring it back.
Yeah.
The limit is not the sky. The limit is in the mind. Not the sky, in the mind.
Hey man, I'm back in the mix. Pick 6, episode 96. Yo man, Coast and Trade, man, we got another special guest in this bitch, you feel me? Yo, coming live on the Gucci Man route. Coming from Alabama, Bimville, Alabama, you heard me? From Atlanta, via Alabama. Yeah, dig me. We got an entrepreneur, man, you know, photographer / car dealership, man, the owner of Richard's Toy Box, man. Give it up for your friend of mine, Money Making Rich. You know what I'm saying?
Man, what a great intro, man.
Good to have you.
Man, glad to be here.
Oh man, glad to have
You know what I mean? So
He ain't say money making rich, he said money.
he said money making rich.
Yes.
Glad to be a part of the show, man. Glad to be a part of the
Rich
show.
without the porter.
Exactly.
Goddamn, we said the people about to say, my boy.
So man, everybody know me as Rich. I'm the owner of Rich's Toy Box. We do a lot of custom cars. Got a small dealership out in Fayetteville, Georgia. Like he said, by way of Alabama. But when you've been in Atlanta forever, man, when you've been in Georgia forever, it's like you're a Georgia native. So I've been here roughly over 20 years. So that's pretty much it. Do a lot of photography.
Okay.
And started off as a car show photographer and then graduated into starting up my own custom dealership.
Okay.
We deal with giving people quality, good used cars as well as luxury cars as well.
Okay.
Definitely.
I mean, shit. I want you like more of a conversation than it was in an interview you did. I mean, cause shit, the conversation off camera was live. So I'm like, how can I bring it here, man? You dig me? So let's go ahead and get this hot topic shit out the way, man. The slap. Yeah, I said the slap heard around the world, man.
Yes, sir. We was talking about that. What's your thoughts, man? Go and bring them in on it. I can't wait to hear this.
I mean, to be honest, to be honest. While everybody talking about who a punk and who a simp and all the other shit, man, I'm thinking to myself, why is niggas at the Oscars? I thought we had boycotted that shit. But
I never watched them, so
what I'm saying?
I don't even watch the shows.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Man.
But I'm gonna play devil advocate, man, a little bit, man. And what I mean by that, you can't tell a man how to defend or who to defend.
Right.
You dig me? Especially if he sharing a roof and bills with so said person. You feel me?
That's true.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
Yeah, I understand that. You know what I mean? Hear me out, right? I dig it. You know what I'm saying? I done had a girlfriend before who just because a lot of people find me hilarious doesn't mean that she gonna feel the same sentiment.
Right.
And it done been many a time I laugh at some shit that I shouldn't laugh at, and it was a very uncomfortable car ride, and at least an hour when we first touched down at the crib. You did.
Yeah.
So I can understand why you wanna. Everybody vividly seen you laugh at the G.I. Jane 2 joke.
Yeah.
I get it. You feel me?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Her feeling been hurt. You know what I'm saying? She wants you to. You know what I'm saying? It probably. Think about how many times you done been somewhere.
Yeah.
Somewhere official.
Right.
And some shit that y'all done gotten 2 weeks before that came up now.
Came right back up.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like I can really see how. Damn, I done got caught laughing at the damn bald head joke. I know that she feel away about some shit. You feel me? Like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? She don't like fucking me as here, but you know what I'm saying? Like let me at least keep. But it's some pussy that I paid for. I mean, not paid for, but you know what I'm saying? Like this my wife. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This my wife.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? My wife.
Right.
So
Facts. I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
it's one of them type of things, man. It's so crazy. Like nobody was expecting it. It just happened off guard. I just kind of feel like it's a time and a place. I think that Chris Rock could have just left that out and just kept it moving. I think Will Smith could have left his part out and kept it moving. But it's kind of like it's a flip of a coin. There's so many ways to look at it.
Deep, right? It's kind of like, hey man, it's kind of, bruh. Like hear me out. I ain't gonna be all insensitive, man, but I'm be honest.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That was a gig for that nigga. You feel me?
It was.
You know what I mean? Him slapping him doing the Oscars ain't no better than a belligerent motherfucker slapping a nigga. You know what I'm saying? Serve you French fries. You feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? That nigga was working.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I mean? Was the joke hurtful? I'm not living with nobody with alopecia. You feel me?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly. And then it just depends, man. Like,
I didn't know
Will Smith had a lot going on, man. I mean, like I said, I think the most embarrassing thing is when your lady bring you to the red table and embarrass you in front of the world. Like, I mean, to me, man, after being embarrassed so long, I think that was that final straw. I mean,
and then bringing my neck point.
Yeah.
Hit me out, right? Now you done fuck. Whether you wanna admit it or not, you done set a precedent now. You know what I'm saying? Cause niggas love to talk. You know what I'm saying? Whether before we get back to the specifics, I truthfully hated how this ignorant situation divided us as a culture, nigga.
Right, no, you right.
Like, I don't, in less than 7 days, you feel me? I seen us go from, it couldn't be me, oh man, had it would have been me, this would have happened.
No, you right, right.
Then that shit mutated into gender wars so quickly to where it's like, black women unprotected, and I ain't saying I disagree with that. I don't think that was like the case. You know what I'm saying?
Right. No, you're right.
And it really just showed, like, I'm like, it really just made me sad. Like we really broke apart.
Over that slap.
Over a slap.
It kind of reminded me of something that Boosie said in one of his one of his songs. Real bosses don't make phone calls, they call shots. And I just kind of feel like at the end of the day, with Will Smith, I feel like, to me, you have to protect the bag. That's the most important part about it, protecting that bag. You know what I mean? Like, I would have handled him off camera, and I wouldn't have messed my bag up, because now I think I seen something on the news where they had the sheriff's department was at his house.
You know what I mean?
Trying to, so now you got lawyers out here worldwide trying to spin what Will Smith did into their own cases for clients in other states. You know what I mean?
I ain't been emotional like that since I was a kid.
Right.
You know what I mean? For that case in point. You know what I mean? I'm more sneaky than anything. You dig?
Right.
You know, I ain't gonna say that I ain't gonna slap this nigga, but what I am gonna say is you gonna have to hear about me slapping this nigga. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna prove me on shit. You feel me?
Right.
You know me. I like doing my dirt. You dig?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'ma get you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I'ma get you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know,
Right.
like I'll tell you earlier, man. I seen the interview with Lisa Deep, bro. His pops told him, man, you never. First of all, man code.
Yeah.
Let's not forget the man code.
That's true.
You know, open palm hand to a man mean.
You a bitch.
I don't respect you, nigga.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? You a bitch.
Not offensive.
But see, everybody even thought they were acting. You know what I mean? Because I'm thinking to myself, somebody who played Ali, who had to throw them hands to be able to do that scene.
Yeah.
To me, a little stage. Based
I
on
said the
situation.
same thing. You know what I mean? Like,
but then it made you question it when he sat down and said, "Keep my name."
right, exactly.
That's what it was.
That's when you gonna play it off.
That's when it was real. And you know, I don't want to talk about it, but
when you said repeat the face.
No, you
right. At first, I thought it was a publicity.
I thought he was trying to boost the ratings on Bel Air.
Damn. That is a good point. I didn't think about that.
Final episode dropping. Why not?
You know what I'm saying? Get that
Uncle Phil did do right by the family, though, by the way. I mean, my bad. Spoiler alert. You know what I mean?
Oh, no, that's episode 9, but yeah, the last one. Yeah, you right.
You know what I'm saying? Uncle Phil did do to me.
Yeah.
Uncle Phil did right by the family. Yeah.
That was a big
move. Light skinned nigga, my bad, that sound racist. Michael Ealy gonna try to goddamn snake the wife. You know
My boy that played on Takers. My boy that played on
Michael Ealy, yeah. Quit buying
back Fast and the Furious, the first one with Ja Rule. Monica, when he was racing the Fast and Furious 2. Too Fast, Too Furious.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? He had the phone.
I always remember from Takers and what the other one on Think Like a Man.
That's what I'm about to say. When he was a chef. He pulled up in the, no, take it back. He was a chef, but he was a valet parker. Cause he hopped in no girl whip. He pulled up in the foreign.
Yeah, I would too, fucking.
He took out the valet necessary.
Hit me, baby. Hey man,
I like him in that role though.
They come from a nigga who used to lie all the time, man. You know what I'm saying? Like
allegedly.
From 19 to about 25, I stayed lying. You dig me? You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I used to hold on.
I tried to save
I
him.
used to use only him saving shit. I'm me, nigga. You feel me?
Don't save him.
You know what I'm saying?
You don't want to be saved.
Before they got them August, I'm grown, goddamn. Always way grown. You know what I'm
No
saying?
role models in them here right now.
So let me ask y'all this: what y'all think the outcome gonna be now?
I think right now they're gonna try to take back his award. Right now that's gonna be under review. That's what I honestly think.
I don't think they could take away something that he automatically earned.
Even
you know
if
what
they
I mean?
take it away, it's gonna be known that everybody know he received it. So regardless if you take the physical award away, you still got. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
Well, I received it. You can't take that moment away from me.
Because they you know, hearing people talk. Early white folk done got banned for less.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you know, your boy got banned because he got caught playing with himself at that party at that time. Louis C.K. You know what I mean? Man, they been white folk banned.
Right.
Forever, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And they ain't even put they fucking paws on nobody. That is you know what I'm saying? Not to sound like no bitch ass nigga, but that's you know, on camera with 20 something, because before the slap it was 30 million, 20 million.
And then
you know what I'm saying?
all the foreign countries had it on lock before they even.
I'm talking about
He said foreign countries.
Yes, they did. They had the audio ready.
You learn citizenship. You learn what American citizenship is. Doing shit like, you know what I'm saying, during that time frame. Because Japan didn't believe about shit.
Right.
Japan, you heard, keep my wife name out your fucking mouth.
And then this whole situation, not to get off topic, taken away from somebody else that won an Oscar.
Why he want me, man?
Why he want me? Y'all gotta excuse me, man. They be having me laughing. I've been laughing the whole time. Oh my God.
Rest in peace of the film.
Every time I see him tear up and get the
Well, that was a classic scene.
That's all I see. Why he want me, man? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But to go back to Uncle Phil, I learned how to shoot without it too. Hey man, but like I said though, man, like regardless of how another motherfucker might feel about your wife, that's still your wife. You feel me?
Yeah.
I would rather deal with the world. I would rather suffer full of slings and rocks and arrows of the world,
right,
than to deal with some quiet, unsatisfied sex from this motherfucker who I'm riding with. You know what I mean?
Honestly, before this whole situation, I want to shout out Samuel Jackson won an award that night too.
His first one.
Right, his first. So I didn't want to.
He won it, but see,
to take away that whole situation. I don't want nobody to take away from what Samuel Jackson took. What he did.
They were supposed to replace Oscar So White
right
in 20.
So that was a Denzel
right.
presented the award. Right. So that's good. I didn't watch it, but just being on Instagram and social media, that's how I was able to find out.
Right.
So now I know, and I'm like, okay. But to pull it back, even at that point, you had so much going on. Chris Rock, the slap happened. Now he's on tour, already playing.
Oh yeah, his tours are sold out.
His sales have increased.
Exactly.
The whole mo has changed. So
makes you wonder if it was planned out.
That's what I was saying.
You know what I mean?
It goes back to what, and I don't want to talk about it, but I don't want to talk about nothing. But we gonna go.
You gonna have fun with it,
man. Slide.
You seen 5 Heartbeats?
Yeah.
You remember the scene where they got the fighting for real on stage?
Yes.
And then end up using that shit part of the set. Mm-hmm. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Niggas have been turning sugar from shit for generations, nigga.
Right. So it's one of those type of things we just don't even know what the thing is. Hollywood.
As long as the Academy don't press charges on the Chris already told you he ain't.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But it make you wonder
it's all a play.
Yeah. Man cold, man. Learn opportunities about some real shit.
Right.
This is why even when you in your emotions, think first. You know what I mean? Think first. Cause you don't know who, nigga.
And he secured that bag.
You know what I mean? Like, just because. How many times you know somebody? Cause like me, I ain't got no brothers. I got my partner I grew up with. I got my sister, but I got cousins.
Folks be having big families out there. And then my thing is, I think the only thing that I didn't like about it though was this right here. I don't like the energy that was put into it, because there have been some guys out here in the world that have ran up on people and done that same thing, and the graveyard full of them. You see what I'm saying? Like, I feel like you got to know when to hold them and when to fold them.
What they say?
You know what I mean?
Run up, get done up.
Another man code I'm looking at, man. You know what I mean? I think I said you married them on reputation. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, you know.
That's true.
You gotta, hey, you know, I ain't, like I said, what they, G shit, man, the only reason why I don't climb wheel about that all this shit, man, cause maybe they was on break. Who knows? Who cares?
Right.
Coming from a nigga who you just sleep with.
I feel like this though. The world wouldn't have never known if she wouldn't have brought it to the world.
I thought August said something first.
August said something, but my thing of it is, it's so much stuff that gets said. I feel like you have to protect the brand. I wouldn't even allow my thing of
that was marketing for him too.
Right. Well, but the thing too though,
because he dropped the album. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
You know what I'm going.
I want to hear what you say first.
Right. I feel like at the end of the day, to me, you want to protect your brand. You don't want to have your old lady out there spilling out dirt. If somebody find out, they find out it is what it is. Mm-hmm. But we're not going to voluntarily put our bedroom on display for the world. That's our personal business. And I think because now it shows the world, it gives people, you got to keep in mind, some of us like Will Smith. You know, most of us grew up with Will Smith. But not everybody is going to like him. So I think that you opened up a doorway to show your vulnerable parts. You know what I'm saying? If this was a strategy of war, because people know where to target you at. You know what I mean? Now let's go back to something I want to share with y'all. So let's look at, if he got mad about Chris Rock making that joke, you don't think that his other comedians out there sharpening up their pencil, getting ready to come after that next too? Cause it ain't, you gonna slap everybody now? You see what I mean? Now, so you you was basically trying to sweep that under the rug. You see what I'm saying? You done opened up the doorway now.
The floodgates.
Run it.
Exactly. So now everybody's gonna start taking shots. Yeah,
it's expanded.
Right now you gonna have every Joe Blow. So now you gonna be heavily on guard at every comedy show now, hoping don't nobody bring something up. But then let's take it like this: what about the ones that's gonna bring something up just to try to make a run or make a name off of you? You know what I'm saying?
Based off that situation.
They ain't got nothing to do with the situation, but now everybody taking shots.
It's so much ammunition that's been provided.
Exactly.
So now you don't even have to look for nothing when it's in your face.
Right.
Now you provided
I think Will Smith, what he should have done though, I think he dropped the manual on the 48 laws of power. I think he, you know what I'm saying? He forgot the number one golden rule in that, man. You know what I'm saying? You didn't even have to you didn't have to do it on the mainstream. You could have basically held Chris Rock behind the scenes. You know.
I mean, you know, like it's a whole lot of variables with this shit, man.
Right.
Like I can see how you know if you want to use the context of Chris Rock being a coon for a little bit. Okay, I can see where you said that because the previous joke with the Penelope Cruz was Hispanic or
right.
You know what I mean? So that you know you gave her the boss status and you just gave me. You know, but see, the part about it is that's a flippable joke.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Cause like if you don't like Chris Rock, you look at it as he attacking black men. If you like Chris Rock, you like, oh, that's an empowering funny.
Right, no, it's 3 way, yeah.
You know, but I get it. Chris Rock, black with black daughters, you supposed to understand. There is a level of responsibility that you should understand how a black woman's beauty is within her hair. I agree. I understand all this shit. I look at a lot of shit from a whole different view. You feel me?
Right.
I honestly did not know she had alopecia, so. It's not my job to keep up with what people got going on.
Exactly. I just think that at the end of the day, man, I'm like, I just kind of felt like what's understood don't need to be explained.
Right.
It's also not life threatening, but go ahead.
Right, but as bosses, right?
Like, I know people have alopecia, so I understand.
I feel like, here's my thing. If I got paid to do an event, we get paid to do an event. Let's say I'm Chris Rock, right? Let's say I'm Rich Rock. We'll just say that. So if I'm on stage and I got co-partners out here, people that I'm rocking with, you know what I'm saying? Whether it be you, whoever, somebody we know. Let's just say it's somebody we know.
Yeah.
And I know that his wife has a situation and he's sitting front row. Yeah. Me, because I understand generational wealth and moving forward, I ain't even finna take no shots in that arena because I'm thinking about the money we gonna get on down the road. So real bosses know how to make boss moves. I still could have sold out with a tour without even having to have this situation happen. You see what I mean? So my thing of it is that we already get put on blast any damn way by other folks and other groups and other nationalities. Mm-hmm. So I feel like I'm gonna make sure that we make it to the finish line together. But you have to have that generational wealth type mind state. And I just kind of feel like Chris Rock, you know, to me, bro, you could have left that out the joke. Like it didn't even have to go there.
I do.
You know what I mean?
I do.
Because there's so much other stuff. If you a comedian, when you're as great as you say you are, and you've been in this game a long time, right? You could have picked you could have talked about other topics. And I would have left Will out. I would have let Will enjoy his night. I would have hollered at Will. We would have did a comedic tour. We would have went across the world and got it. But just to embarrass the man just for other people's enjoyment pleasure, I don't think I would have done that.
And you know, a lot of niggas still mad at him about that shit he let slide with Louis C.K. about said he the whitest nigga.
Oh, I saw that. You know what? Yeah. And he was sitting up there and he was sitting up there laughing with him.
A couple.
Right. Did you see that, man? The person, Jerry Seinfeld, didn't even laugh inside of Jerry.
I know Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah.
I know Jerry Seinfeld.
That part, it went, you know, evil is funny.
Evil
is entertaining.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So goddamn hot boy John. You know what I mean? My nigga said he like, whoa, I don't think you can say that.
Right. Jared said that.
It was funny, but that shit took to me, nigga. I was like,
right.
And it's like high here too. I was like, he was like, wait a minute.
Right.
I don't think you can say that.
Right, but see, my thing of it is though, man. I think that you got so many people, they don't. I'm gonna flip this around. I'm gonna give you a great example. So Cat Williams, we'll just use Cat Williams, right? Cat Williams is one of those true comedians from the streets.
Okay.
Ain't no way in hell would you have seen Cat Williams get slapped by Will Smith. That ain't gonna happen. Cat Williams probably would have drug his ass out there, like hands down.
Pistol in hand.
Let's flip this around. Cat Williams is one of those comedians, man, that even though he made it famous, if you look at his tour dates, stay booked out. Right? Because he connect with the people on a different level. Right? So he wouldn't even had to pull nothing. Like the Cat Williams would crack jokes and do stuff like that. Like he'll joke with people and have a good time on the show. But Cat Williams is so in tune with the streets that he know how to move. And I think as a comedian, you got to know how to move with your craft and not get caught up on trying to get a laugh just for laughs. I think Chris Rock just dropped the ball on that to me.
The time,
get out of pocket. You get
right. The time
straightening.
Right.
You know, I got you know, cause you right, cause before I even know that, before I even known that it was the whatever it was, Oscars and shit, I did remember seeing something about him doing a deal with Netflix.
Right.
And they the Tambourine, I think it's a Tambourine tour or something like that.
Correct.
You know what I mean? I was like, okay, cool. So then when I had seen that he was, then I had seen the Oscar situation, I'm like, oh, okay, but it made sense because he hosts that, and with that the deal come out. Okay, but kind of make whatever sense.
Right.
You know what I mean? I thought it was gonna be next Sunday. It wasn't until the slap I had. It wasn't until somebody hit my line about the slap tour.
Right.
I was like, oh, that shit was tonight. You know what I'm saying? I'll be my own world.
I just saw the slap on Instagram that day, and I was like,
well, then let's take it a little deeper. If y'all remember, you remember Jay Prince was trying to put together a show to basically counterpart the Oscars, right? Well, basically,
I thought that was Grammys.
No, that was he was trying to put together his own thing. So I just kind of feel like we wouldn't have known that if it wasn't for the slap, we wouldn't have been watching it anyway. So I kind of feel like they did that to get the numbers up, right? And then my thing of it is, then I think about something I just saw in the news where Will Smith said he was gonna get out of the acting academy.
Oh no, he resigned from the Oscars.
For what?
Because he embarrassed himself.
Man, he don't get to this money. My thing of it, bro, when you connected to the streets and you ranking runs, it don't even matter how you do it. You know what I mean? I just feel like this right here. People were saying, I heard, okay, I'm gonna flip this around. I heard on the radio, they said, do you guys think Will Smith is gonna run out of money because of that little fiasco? Hell no, man. Hell no.
And plus no. He probably got early investments and
right.
Shit.
And he put out that, him and Jaden put out that water.
Right.
They put out different things. Come on. He put out that book, and he just hit Instagram during COVID. Like it popped off. First year he took off on Instagram.
Right. Ventures and investments.
Listen, that man hit 1 million followers in no time. Like less than a month or two. Like as soon as he hit Instagram, and you know how he is.
Right.
So everything that he does and his whole personality, you saw what the content he was putting out, and he actually took time, and he does everything. So you get to see his son that you never see, you see now.
Right. Oh, that's right. That's right. And so check this out, y'all. So then they was talking about asking his wife, she's on one of those, his ex-wife is on one of those
the oldest son on
hip hop wives show or something like that.
That's the oldest son.
Right.
Okay.
So they asked her, they said, hey, you think you can give us a little information on Will? Boy, she tight-lipped. Now, she's sticking to the code. His ex-wife, they was trying to find out if they could get some information out of her about what happened at the Oscars. Boy, she ain't saying nothing yet.
How you supposed to be.
That's how it's supposed to be. Hopefully
that's how
you saying that.
That's how you should
and
do
that's
it.
why I feel like Jada, you know what I'm saying, excuse my language, Jada bald head ass shouldn't have never got up there and said nothing about what's going on in their bedroom or their household, anything. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like that's an embarrassment to your man. You leaving the doorway open for other men to disrespect your man. You see what I'm saying? To me, why roll out the red carpet to get your man disrespected?
There's so many variables within that
Why
situation.
wasn't the carpet, it was a table.
Crazy.
And I'm just saying, you know, see, not even different. You know what I'm saying? Red carpet, you get this treatment.
You right.
Red table, you get that treatment. You know what I mean? Like,
Why you stupid?
You know what I'm saying? You know, like you know.
Oh man, that's
I don't want to
crazy.
take no side of shit, man. But you know, to me, I like looking at shit from a learning aspect, man.
Right.
Your pad will come back to hunt you. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? On all means, you feel
Right,
me?
right.
You know what I'm saying? All that shit that Chris Rock done said done came back. Do I still believe you should? I don't believe you should get slapped in public. You know what I'm saying? Like you got him a wordplay. I don't think you should get slapped in public for goddamn cracking a joke. You know what I'm saying? Should a joke been said? You know, probably. You know, if you gonna make a joke about it, you know what I'm saying? You know, I don't know how many. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
I agree, but I do think though too. I think the most dangerous part about it is that a lot of people, they you know, monkey see, monkey do. They follow what they see in Hollywood. I think the most scariest part about this is that people don't realize the legal, you know what I'm saying, ramifications that come behind it. Boy, them assault charges, boy, you could really get jammed up. You start,
Like I said.
you know what I'm saying?
Like the
Like,
law ain't based off what about right or wrong. It's based off what you can prove.
yes,
We got you on camera in 4K.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they probably got the good camera. They probably got 8K. You dig me?
And the
You know?
angles that they have now that are coming out of that whole
and
situation
then
beforehand.
it's Hollywood. They'll even edit the slap.
Right.
Make the slap knock him down. I mean, man, I've been seeing all kind of stuff, but I just think that it's just kind of dangerous,
But
man.
this
Put
is-
that energy out like that.
This is putting it in perspective for people that perform, whether it's rappers. Like Wiz Khalifa said, he said, anybody think about coming on stage, you getting shot. Off rip. No question asked.
I mean, he got
Simple.
He got money to pay for security.
Exactly, but you're gonna be handled accordingly.
Right.
Then you got you got certain people, hey, you step on stage, it's gonna be smoke. Like DC did like a year or so ago, 2-piece
I mean,
on guard, on go.
I'm thinking this is some shit that I've been thinking about for a long ass time.
And then we gonna shift.
My problem with a lot of black Hollywood stem from the 90s. Cause to me, I like, especially like throughout the years, like avenues like Comedy Hype, Vlad and shit. A lot of them black celebrities. You know what I'm saying? You know, they go on them media outlets, man.
Right.
Flats.
And what I've been noticing is, man, they didn't value black shit. You feel me?
Right. No, go ahead.
It's been so many of them that I done heard say, "Oh man, this movie was alright." They would prefer to be a court jester in a predominantly white movie than to be a lead in a black joint. You know what I'm saying? I get it, the notoriety, the money, but still, though, man, if you, you know, my whole thing is because I understand consistency and shit, man.
Right.
If you stick with something, if we stick together long enough, man, you know what I'm saying? Instead of looking like we gotta value us first.
Right.
That's what I really feel. That I really feel a lot of problem here, man. We don't value us. You dig me?
Value no city.
You know what I'm saying? Like we don't even value us as people. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, let alone value ourselves as a community. You know what I mean?
But it's enough of us though, man, that I honestly think that we shouldn't even be worrying about trying to get an Oscar, you know, or going to any of those Grammy parties. We could really, man, we could take it back to our Russell Simmons days of what we had the HBO, what was the comedy tour they used to have?
The comedy
yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So my thing, honestly, we need to really get back to that side of it because we got a lot of great comedians that's past, present, and future. Man, they could be mentors. You know what I'm saying, to the new comedians and have our own comedy shows. Because I see a lot of times, man, like I've seen some of our black comedians, and they will be going to a lot of these comedy sets in other states, and the venues be allowing the hecklers to, you know what I'm saying, mess with the comedians on their set. Like, when did disrespecting an art form become normal? And I see, like he said, what he was just saying about Wiz, bro, it's on site. Like, I'm trying to sit up here, have a great show, right?
I'm trying to provide you the service that you paid for. I'm trying to provide top quality service that you paid for. You know what I mean? And you ain't finna fuck this up because we fail to value ourselves, man. We gotta learn how. Once we learn how to value us for real,
right?
Then we can goddamn move on and make shit happen. Because I think once you understand value or something, a lot of shit with niggas is, man. It can only be on some Highlander type shit. It can only be one.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, we gotta break from that type of shit, man. Like, nah, we can all get it. If it's enough out there for one of us to get it, it's enough out there for all of us to get it.
Everybody eat.
Right. You know what I mean?
And see, that's the thing. That's the whole situation, man.
You know what I mean?
That's the whole thing. That's the whole mode.
I just how I really look at a lot of shit, man. Cause you know, like I said, man, not to take away from, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, what the Oscars was, but that was a black production. You know what I'm saying?
But imagine if we put that production into something that we got enough abandoned buildings here in the metro Atlanta area, and every metro city across America, we could have our own comedy tour. We could take every rundown building you know how many rundown buildings in Atlanta we could turn into a comedy spot?
Transform an old club or old beat down lounge into something.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Right. We really could do our own comedy. I'm just all about, man, where we, you know, do our own generational wealth and start building our own things and putting our team on.
Right.
And that's one thing I have a problem with Hollywood is that you got so many guys out there that's looking for acceptance from other groups. Right, and they be so far away from their own group, so then when they get in trouble, that's when they need us, right?
Thank you.
Exactly.
That's the blueprint. You
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's time for us to rewrite that blueprint, bro. I'm burnt out on that.
You know, we feed off niggas shit,
right?
Until the almighty white hand come pick us out the litter. You did.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Then we go feel like we better than these niggas.
Right.
Tiptoe and float above niggas. We fuck up.
I actually heard an executive. I saw this on YouTube. He was working at one of them big record labels up north, and I'm not gonna call out that record label because I don't want to get anything misconstrued. But what he said, he made a good point. He said if I can't get the executives to push crime and goofiness and craziness off on these rappers, we not gonna get paid. He said we always encourage our rappers, hey man, listen, if you want to be famous, go ahead, talk about, you know, shooting, drill rap, all of that good stuff, right? And we gonna lace your pockets up. And he was just like, that's what keep our sales. He said we go home to our family after it's all said and done. He said we just let them do the dirty work, and after they be done shot up and killed everybody and got arrested, he said it's like a cycle, man. We bring somebody else in. Exactly.
Rinse, repeat.
Rinse and repeat. And that's the same thing I see with just Hollywood and stuff like that. After they wear you out, you know what I'm saying? Then they
use you up and use you, abuse you, and put you to the side.
Exactly. But so they bring you in.
Before we shift gears, I'm basically gonna say this, and then we can move on to get into how you get started with the cars and everything.
Gotcha.
All right, but as you said, people performing, people don't understand. If I'm paid to do a show like Lil Durk last year, like something happened, he went down and was like, okay, y'all wanna disrespect me? You know what? I already got paid.
Right.
I can leave and I'm still gonna get paid. Because what you did and how the outbreak of the crowd is, you just shut the whole show down.
You breached the contract.
So basically now you allowed me to walk out scot-free, and I only been on stage for 10 minutes, maybe 5. So now a show that should have been 50 to 2 hours has now turned into a 10-minute show. I get half my money up front. I get the rest when I get there, and now I'm free to walk because now
right.
It's a riot. It's a whole situation.
Right. No.
So now I don't feel safe. So now you compromise my life and everything I got going on. So now I get to walk scot-free, like you said, breach contract. So now,
you right.
Back there with crowd control, dealing with situations at hand when that thing happened when person fell over on the banister, and then you know the whole situation happened last year with people getting hurt, Travis Scott thing going back. But then when it happened when Tiana Taylor had hers, You okay?
Now I didn't hear about that. What happened at Tiana Taylor?
Somebody passed out at Tiana Taylor. Something happened to somebody at her show. She made sure security got them over the banister and checked them out. You okay? Before I begin performing again, make sure they okay.
Right.
Make sure they straight. She care about the people. She want to check on the people.
You heard about that?
So that happened after Travis. But I'm saying, like, are you okay? Are you good?
Right.
But Travis, you know, people don't. They show the bad. They don't really show the good. Like checking on people.
Right.
It's
entertaining.
The image, what the perception, everything that they put out there, like you said with Drip. We want you to do this. 6ix9ine, what he did all these years, got paid. All that stuff he was doing.
Right.
All that craziness he was doing and what he created. He was making money. But look at where he's at now, because now everything has died down. You are no longer the focus.
Right.
You are no longer the focus. It's bigger things out there. So now
I never took Buddy serious anyway.
But the fact is, what got me with people is you allow people outside your race to utilize the word, the N word, loosely and not check them.
Right.
And you in the same profession as them.
Right.
You're not stopping to check these people. And now it's free, because now when you see somebody else do it, you want to check them. And you can't. And now it's getting to the point where the usage is used so much. When somebody said out of pocket, like on Bel Air, Will shut it down when Carlton Friend was saying the white boy, the rich white boy.
Oh, yeah.
He shut it down quick, like, hey, cut. Move accordingly. You should be doing this in the game. You should be doing, you get what I'm saying?
Right.
Because you out of pocket.
You don't got caught up. Oh no, I ain't gonna spoil it for you now.
All right. But let's shift gears and get into everything you got started to with we're gonna jump into your photography and everything that led up to that, and then we're gonna jump into the cars.
All right.
So you can give them a breakdown.
So really quick, man, you know, first of all, I'm glad to be on this show, man, because y'all funny as hell. Like, I was laughing before we started filming, so y'all hilarious as hell. Like, it's more even entertaining being here with y'all, man. So feel like I'm at our own little comedy set.
Off camera is different.
Off camera it's amazing. So, but glad to be on the show, man. These two guys are absolutely amazing. So let's see, man. Where do we start? Really quick.
Not when you came out. Not like when you came out.
All right.
I want to dream. My pops. I don't understand.
So the reason why I came on the show, guys, I just wanted to tell y'all a little bit about what's going on in the car game right now.
Okay.
Started off as a car show photographer, and I started noticing that there was an open market for good quality used cars out here.
That's how we linked with the old schools.
That's how we linked, you know, exactly.
Right.
Me and him, we linked on Instagram. I've been knowing him for a while. Him and I go way back.
We linked at the spot.
We linked at the spot, yeah. As far as the car game, you know, I always felt like cars can be used in any arena. It's good for people that have hobbies. It's good for transportation. I mean, you got classic, you got old school, and in this new generation, man, they loving them Hemis and them Hellcats and them Chargers. That's a whole different conversation there.
You're right.
But I just graduated from car show photography and went into starting up my own dealership. What I started noticing, man, is you have a lot of women out here who they buy cars and they don't take nobody with them. And I just kind of feel like you need to, as just somebody that deal with this 24/7. I got a lot of professional mechanics on my team. Take somebody with you.
Yeah.
This ain't the game to be buying cars right now and not having nobody look at these cars, right? So even with me and my team, you know, Vert Ulrich, that's my mechanic. Him and I, we go out to the auctions when we grab these cars. What we're starting to notice is that people are trading in a lot of used cars to get a newer model used car, because remember they was out of chips.
Yeah.
Right. So you got so many raggedy cars out here, man. It's so much raggedy stuff out here at these auctions, man. I don't even know where to start. I mean, these cars are on life support before you even get them. So my quick thing of it is, before you go car shopping, I tell everybody this is my simple thing. Number one, know your homework on what you buying.
Research.
Right. You got to do that research. The research is the most important part of this, right? You got to know, let's say, for example, if you're looking for a Honda, there were good years of Hondas, there were bad years of Hondas.
Right.
You want to look for vehicles that are mechanic friendly. I've seen a lot of vehicles that they look really good, but if it's too hard for a mechanic to work on, or if it takes up too much, you know, labor time, it's gonna cost you more to keep that car running than it is for you to even buy it. So you always want, like I said, do your research and basically know the years. Don't be afraid to do research. This is a generation where knowledge is power. Everything you know can help you. Number two, after you've done your research on that, I feel like you should have a Carfax report. Some of these cars, I am telling y'all, listen to me, they have been in 5, 6, 7 accidents. Some of these cars have bad titles on them. Some of these cars, man, they've been in floods. What happened to all them flood cars that was out there years ago? A lot of people are refixing these flood cars and they putting them back out on the market. So you got to be careful about that. I'm not saying a Carfax is going to save you from everything, but if you got a Carfax, it's going to save you from a lot of headache down the road.
It'll wear you out of potentials.
Exactly. And I think that to me, that's the most important part.
And with those chips, I'm going to let you finish. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
That markup has been about 10, 15 grand up on used cars.
Exactly,
so,
man.
Because my boy showed me on the spot, he said, this Maserati, I was like, they marking these cars up.
Exactly.
Even so, I noticed like with the used cars, like recently with my brother, I helped him look. So
right.
I was like, you gotta understand, these cars here, lots are no longer full. When you purchasing a car, they said, they told my brother, we can bring it in within a month.
Right.
We need something now.
Right.
You need something now. But the used setup is you could probably get it for that price, but now the markup and what people are doing, you better off buying a brand new car because they're gonna charge you the amount for a used car.
And that's the crazy part about it is that the used car market has skyrocketed so much that people are just taking used cars like left and right. But something that I did notice out here too is that the mileage, man. I mean, dude, you're seeing cars with 250, 300,000 miles go for, you know what I'm saying, almost new car prices, bro. What? Like I seen a 2017 Chevrolet Suburban. It had 317,000 miles. It still went for $15,000.
Hold on. 17?
Yes.
5-year-old car with that much?
300. I mean, I'm
straight travel,
bro. It's a lot of this stuff is just the mileage is just so high that I feel.
I tell people I wouldn't even buy when they hit a certain amount.
You do in cars. Would you agree?
That's crazy.
That's crazy to me.
A car used on longer rides is better than a car that's been using for.
Oh yeah, I always
traveling city.
Yeah. Well, let's just talk about traveling city. I think that cars, when you're traveling, it's less stop and go on these vehicles, right? And I think when you're in the city, you have a lot of more commute, stop and go traffic, right? Yeah. But I do think that where we are now is what's so dangerous about this car market is that there were a lot of cars when they were made back then. Man, them cars wasn't shit when they were made. So now you taking these same cars that was junk back then and you trying to resell them again for the remix.
You trying to turn lemon lemonade.
Right, and it's just not happening.
And they not doing any better with recalls.
For real.
Because remember, back in 2010, they had that recall on cameras.
Right, exactly.
Well, based on the brake in the floor, you know, right there, dealing with that,
right,
with the gas and the brake, that area.
Yeah. And it's a lot of vehicles that got recalls, man. So I just think that if you don't have, I just wouldn't buy a vehicle without taking somebody with me. You need to have, as ladies, listen to me, listen to me, fellas, listen to me. You know what I mean? If y'all got any questions on this car game, I have certified ASC mechanics, you know what I'm saying, on my team. You don't have to buy it from me. I'll give you as much advice and information as I can. You ain't got to buy from me. But however I can help you from making a mistake, you know what I'm saying? Knowledge is power and information is power. So reach out to these guys right here. They're going to drop my link in the below where you can reach out to me because I feel like a lot of people have made mistakes. But what made me open up my own dealership, guys, and I'm going to bounce back to everything else, is I kept seeing in my time of just doing work behind the scenes with the dealerships, man, are some, you know, you got good dealerships, but you also got some out there that are scandalous as hell. I mean, they will put your auntie in something that's dangerous and that's gonna kill all your nieces and nephews
on site,
little cousins
on site.
So I got tired of seeing I just got to that point where I got tired of seeing like people who kept, they really would go in looking for a good car. Yeah. And I remember there was this elderly lady that reached out to me, and they sold her. I remember it was a 2014 Chrysler 200. They sold her a lemon out the gate. It was a lemon buyback, it came from the factory bag.
That's a Sebring, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Problem I had with that is that, before I had even got into it, I would always help people go look for cars. Hey, if you need me to go look for something, I'll help you out or whatever. They sold her a buyback, and they just told her, hey, you know what? You're on your own. So I had to do a lot of phone calls and a lot of follow-ups through Chrysler to help her get up out of that car. I had to do a lot of homework with the general managers, and it just made me think that, man, that could have been, my mom, your auntie, it could have been somebody's folks. Yeah. And I just kind of feel like not knowing can hurt you, right? So I just kind of feel like if whoever you are, wherever you are, if you buy a car, take somebody with you that know, get an inspection. Right? Do not buy a car without getting it inspected, because I have seen cars that look great on the outside. When you raise the hood, it had valve cover, gasket leaks.
Corrosion.
He brought the words out of my mouth. My name said corrosion.
I'm sorry.
You got a lot of cars that came from up north, because you got to think about when you buy, like, dealerships all buy cars from the same places. We all go to the auctions. Let's not make no mistakes. They come in as trade-ins, and they all come from auctions. Right, so it's hit or miss, right? Some of these cars are coming in from Canada. Some of these cars are coming in from places where it was a lot of high salt and high corrosion and a lot of rust. So you don't know what you're getting, right? And these dealers, I have seen them patch stuff up. Boy, they'll have you out here with some seat belts that's not working. You either flipped out the car.
Without the sensor.
Without the sensor, right? So you got to keep in mind, this is your money that you're putting up. I also feel like if somebody offering you something, man, make sure you understand the interest rates. Please, please, please. Folks will have you in an 84-month payment, right? 84 months.
Because they extending them.
Right, extending it to 84 months.
They went from 7
you got to really think about what you buying. You got 84 months on a car that's already been survived almost 84 months.
If you're 19, you're going to be paying it to the end of your 20s.
Man, your kids are going to be graduated and out of school by the time they're done paying on this. So just the moral of the story is this, guys. Listen, reach out to us. We'll help you out any kind of way we can. Carfax reports. We'll show you how to buy. If you don't, a lot of times these dealers have, general managers and service managers at the dealership that they're not on your side. Don't let all the bright lights and the popcorn and all of that stuff confuse you. Because when I have done business with the dealership, I have seen cars fall off the rack. I have seen the employees take the people cars, on vacation. Make sure you know who you checking your car in with. These folks will damage your car. Right, you just all of this goes hand in hand, and we're gonna talk about, over different episodes of this show. So, definitely making sure.
That mean you coming back, y'all.
I'm there. I want to come back, y'all. Like I said,
he gonna hit you with everything. He gonna hit you with
this market
credit.
is so crazy. Like right now, the worst time to buy a car. This is my opinion. Like I said, everybody got different times. Tax time. They already know y'all about to get them checks. So everybody pretty much waiting on you. You see what I'm saying? So the best time to me personally is to buy a car outside of tax time. Because during tax time, the prices be so high. And then, guys, the market has changed a lot right now. Those same $1,500, $2,500, $3,500 cars are not $3,500 no more. Those same $3,500 cars are at $55, $65, $75. Right? Please do your homework. Like I said, if you're looking for a particular car, know the models that are good, that are bad. You want to know the type of vehicles that's going to give you longevity. Those things really count. So, I think that knowing your homework will save you from a lifetime of headache.
It comes from personal experience too, because to piggyback on what you said, I figured out the game. When you got bargaining chips and you know what you want,
right, a
lot of people come somewhere and they try to put them in one thing and they want another. I say, go in knowing what you want. I say, I'm not an expert, but know what you want. Don't tell them what you had to offer.
Right.
Let them come at you.
Right.
So person hit me with, they knocking off this amount before I got there. Went. Right. When they got to the point where I'm like, okay, they said, we offering this amount.
Right.
APR.
Right.
or 0 APR. And the best time I learned going in October, that's when you do your credit score right.
Exactly.
And your stuff together, you can mess around and get you a car.
Right.
Either if you got good credit, 0 APR, or they knock off a good percentage, 5-10 grand, depending on what they offering. If your credit score right, you might walk out there without paying anything if you're together.
Exactly.
Depending on the situation.
And I'm glad you talked about it. It's something else I want y'all to look at too. A lot of these dealerships are getting slick now. They're starting to put out a bunch of used cars that are within a 5-year, sometimes in the 3 to 4 year window. I'm starting to see a bunch of as is, no warranty on newer model cars. So you really want me to pay $40,000-$50,000 on a as is and get no warranty? Like, y'all got to think about this, man. I mean, it's more to it than a good looking car. You need to make sure that you are going to have warranties, because these cars are like anything else. Sensors fail, parts fail, all of this stuff fails. So you just want to make sure that you got somebody who's well knowledgeable that can go with you, look over everything, not just peek under the hood, but if you have a side shop that you can take it to where they can put it up under a rack, put it up on the rack. Imagine lifting that car up and letting them give you a full inspection on the vehicle that you want. You'll be amazed at what we see when we lift them on the rack.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Oil leaks, man, stuff that transmission leaks, and that'll save you some time, guys. So that's very important. I can't stress that enough. Homework.
But even when I was young, I told somebody, I said, when you buy a used car, just be prepared to invest some money into it, because there's problems gonna come along. When I got my 94 Honda Civic, my manual stick, right off top, I had a situation with my tires.
Right.
I slammed the brakes real hard from the police. I was on Old National. Hit the brakes hard, slid about 10 feet.
Right.
But it was at the point where something happened, I knew I wasn't gonna beat the light.
Right.
But things like that, you never know if you're gonna need tires. Something
right.
2 cents to not 2 cents. Things that cost money.
Right.
But you gotta get tune-ups.
Right.
Different things that might happen to the car. You want to make sure you got enough to buy the car, and just in case you need to do upgrades or add something to it, or fix something, you want to be prepared. I tell people, prepare for the unexpected.
Right.
So now you buying a used car, it's an investment for you because it's at a good price, but now you have to figure out
an investment for your family too.
So now you got to figure out, okay, I want to keep my family safe and myself safe. So if you get inspected and see what it needs, now you know, okay, I got to invest in brakes, rotors, I might invest in a new alternator starter, or even a battery, depending on what it is.
And he made a really good point, y'all. I'm just gonna, and while we're on that, we're gonna talk about longevity cars. So let's say you're a family, right? And you're looking for SUVs. The number one SUV that turn a lot of miles, and like I said, do your homework and fact check what I'm saying as well. Chevy Tahoes, Chevy Suburbans, Chevy Silverados. The Chevrolet brand, when they made those motors, man, those motors turn miles. So even if you bought a Chevy Silverado, Tahoe, or Suburban, and it have over 200,000 miles on it, a lot of those are pushing 300,000, 350,000 miles. You have a couple of Fords that slid through the cracks. You had a couple of Expeditions, that they slid through the cracks. They can turn 300,000 miles. So those, as far as if you need a bigger utility vehicle, vans that are always good. I always suggest this for a family that's just traveling, want a good low maintenance van. Fact check what I'm saying, and I'll bring it up from 2012 all the way up to current right now. The Toyota Siennas, the Honda Odysseys.
Love the Honda Odyssey.
They take the trophy battle for battle. I've driven both of them. Those are actually great family vehicles. They turn a lot of miles. They're mechanic friendly. Spacious, man. I mean, and I'm just giving you different runarounds for if you have a commuting business or a service that you do, or if you got a delivery based service, anything like that, man. They turn miles. Cars. I'm gonna talk about cars really quick that turn a lot of miles. Lexus turn miles. They in it for the long haul. If you buy a Lexus and you just keep it serviced, Lexus are good for the mileage. Acura is great for the mileage. Toyota's great for the mileage. Hondas is great for the mileage. So those are known to turn over 250, 300,000 miles easily. When I'm at the auction, it's nothing. I literally wish I could show y'all this paperwork. There are some Honda Accords in there, guys. 395,000 miles. There are Lexus trucks with 300,000 miles on them, still going for 10 grand.
I believe
plus.
Shit. My Honda Element before the deal hit it with my brother, it was at 318.
You see what I'm saying? Pickup trucks. I mean, I see a lot of Ford F-150s with high miles on them. Ford really, a lot of people don't like Ford, but Ford really has some good trucks. They have certain range of trucks that people don't have no problems in, man. They turn miles. Chevrolet turn a lot of miles. Oh, your Nissan Titan trucks, I see them with a lot of good miles on them. Toyota trucks always turn miles. So it's like hit or miss. You just kind of want to stay away from the cars that they didn't really have great reproduction runs on. One thing you got to look out with Nissan, guys, if y'all buying any Nissan cars, Nissan has a CVT transmission. That when they go out, people don't even want to deal with that. Yeah. You know what I mean? So you have to, like I said, do your homework on different models, different things, because you can literally end up, man, in a money pit if you're not careful. Some of those Chryslers, like the Chrysler 200s, you have to take off the whole front bumper just to put the radiator in. It's not that it can't be done, but by the time you fight that labor bill of $2,000, $3,000, you're gonna be trading it in anyway. But like I said, just keeping it short and simple. Anyway, I can help you. You know what I'm saying? Reach out to the fellas, reach out to myself. If you just don't know, you just don't know, and we'll help you any kind of way we can. Do not send grandma out there letting her pick a car out by herself.
Don't send Ethel out there by herself.
You know she don't know nothing about cars, right? You know what I mean? So it's just information is golden. So
Diana, don't go alone.
Don't go alone. Make sure you take somebody with you, because these dealerships are like snakes. So, but that's
Ernestine, go with your son.
Hey man, tell people where to find you at.
Man, you can definitely find me, man, on Rich's Toy Box. You'll see me on there, man. Rich's Toy Box on Instagram, Rich's Toy Box, Facebook, any platform, man. You can just Google me. It'll pull me up. Everybody knows me as Rich's Toy Box, the highway commissioner. Any kind of way I can network with anybody, man, to help them get the car game rolling. We actually got a nice collection. You can find us on Turo as well. We rent our cars, and even like for myself, even if you're just looking for a good runaround car, all of our stuff comes certified. Like, I'm not gonna just sell anybody a car. That's one thing we want to do. We roll out the concierge service to where you getting the full report. I have a great staff of ASC certified mechanics. Like, I don't have Jody from up the street working on it. Like, to me, there's nothing wrong with that. I ain't knocking True mechanics. They turn a lot of numbers, man.
Jody no longer working on bikes.
Yeah, exactly. So, but at the end of the day, I be wanting people to really, have something that's gonna take them to the next episode of their life. Because the worst thing you can have, man, is buying a car and then you get it and it ain't what you thought it was gonna be. Exactly. And now you got bills, you got a family. You see what I'm saying? And now you stuck with a note. And you got to keep in mind, a lot of these cars that weren't any good back then are getting recycled back around. So they wasn't good when they first made them, and they ain't no good now. So you got to be really, really, really careful, man. You know what I mean? So definitely, we'll help you out. Even with my mechanic, man, Vert, he's a really good mechanic. All my guys, man, are certified. We'll help answer any question you got. So you won't be making no mistakes. If you make a mistake, that's on you. You got people that'll help you, man. Information is golden, so we'll help you any kind of way we can.
Amen.
The plug.
So we will, man. I mean, it's
Anybody want to shout out?
Oh man, first of all, man, shout out to y'all again, man. Good brothers, man. Good energy. I appreciate y'all. Let me come on the show. I just want to shout out my team, man. KCA Automotive, man. Thank you, Vert Aldridge, and my other mechanic Tim. Appreciate y'all, man. I just want to shout out the whole fan base that's watching this show. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate you actually tuning in. And we hoping we can network with y'all, man. So anytime, like I said, it don't even have to be just about cars. It can be about anything, man. Let's network. Let's keep this information base that we got, let's keep it turning, man. You know, Demetrius, Jarman, Farrell, what's up, man? Everybody, man, just, you know, my team, y'all hit the like button, subscribe, you know. Anybody, man, just network with us and we're going to network back. So, that's it.
Shout outs.
You know it.
Shout out to Peach City Customs as well as Road Studio. Make sure you check them out. Can't forget Uniquely Branded as well as Cold Black. Check out the YouTube as well as my niece Erin Heidelberg. Don't forget to tap in. My boy.
Oh man. What up, DSA? You dig me?
The fam.
One time for my homegirl Mo, that's just my baby daddy, man. Link down below. Well, the webs, man. Check them out, you feel me? One time for my dog, Cousin Miami Key. Yeah, Lisa Creatives. And then I think about everybody. Now we'll catch you later, man. Episode 100 coming soon, man. We got something special for y'all. You dig me?
And one more time, let me say one last thing, man.
No, I forgot all that.
I forgot one person. I'm gonna have him come on the show. LabWorks. I'm gonna have you on here. LabWorks is where I send and get all my candy paint from. Get all my custom works. So we got a van. I'm trying to work with them on that van, bro. I'm trying to get the van to you. So, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to LabWorks.
That's what's up.
I'm gonna toss that to you, and you're gonna have to touch down that van. We're gonna put this right here on the van. So that's it, man.
We'll talk business. You know what I mean?
Appreciate y'all, man.
Hey, man, appreciate you for coming.
Hey, man. Open
Dropping
invite,
knowledge.
by the way. Open invite.
Appreciate it.
You know what I'm
Appreciate
saying?
it.
Say. Where they can find you at, nigga?
They can find me at Armand Vision as well as Positive Thinking Only, as you see on my case right here. Yes. You can also check me out at Stretch of Truth on Twitter. Country like to say.
Twit air, you dig me?
My boy, give him that flood.
Hey man, you can find me on IG on TK period Duckets, you dig me? Twitter, one word, TK Duckets. Hit the brand page up at Brilliant Ignorance at Brill Igno, BRILLXIGNO. Hey man, you can hit him and I, Quim and I up at Coasters and Air Trades, one word, Coast_Trades in Twitter, and Coast and Trades at gmail.com.
Gmail.
Man. You dig me? Say. The visual drop on Hump Day.
That's Wednesday.
I mean? You dig me? Hey, anybody? All Hearts and Minds Club?
You know it.
Don't forget to tell somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody.
Y'all make sure y'all
How you
follow.
say that shit?
Follow these guys right here. They funny as hell. Trying to get them on the comedy tour my damn self. These boys.
Can't tell all the business, bro. God
Dang it, he done head out.
Oh my God, man.
Money making rich.
I swear, if y'all do a comedy tour, I'm
AKA
coming,
spoiler alert. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm talking shit.
Money make
Exactly.
Hey, man. Before that shit comes soon, man. We talking business. And as always, love yourself, celebrate yourself, stay tough, be cool out there.